Hi, guys. My name is Jessica Powers with Family First Life Aspire. This podcast is Who Do You Aspire to Be? I have with us Klint Nuntapreda. He's one of our top producers here within our agency. And we're going to get an insight of what he's doing, how he's doing it, and how you could easily be having the same results also. Thanks, Klint, for getting on. I really appreciate it. Welcome to our podcast.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So, Klint, just to get started, if we can just give everybody just a little bit of a background, how old are you? How long have you been with the company? And what were you doing before this?
Okay, so I'm 41 years old. I've been with the company for about a year and a half, full time. Prior to this, I was working, my background is aviation maintenance. I've got zero sales experience and zero insurance experience prior to this. As I was getting out of service, I was looking at what I was going to do as I grew up, and I was looking at doing financial services. Ended up getting with my tax guy, and he told me to do taxes and get my insurance license so I could do annuities. And I'm getting licensed to do both. And then I ended up doing a whole lot of taxes and helping him scale his business. I didn't learn anything about planning or annuities, but I did taxes that helped him scale his business.
Right.
This opportunity arose, and haven't looked back since.
Perfect. So then, what was your average, monthly income you would say before you came into Family First Life?
Before this, about 5,000 a month.
5,000 a month. Okay. And then now fast forward, you've said you've been doing this for about a year and a half. What is your average monthly that you do here with Family First Life?
Average monthly is around 40 to 50,000
A month.
a month.
A
Yeah.
month. Okay. Some more money than, you've ever made, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel like? Do you feel like this was something that took you a long time to be able to pick up? I mean, how long did it take you to get to that point where you were, doing that 40, 50,000 each month?
Um, because I was working at another job helping that guy scale his business, I didn't want to just up and leave him behind dry. So I helped him get past tax season and stuff like that. And then so I was playing around here and there, just going through the training materials. So it took me a couple months, but I was just whenever all my free time was devoted to learning the system and our training and stuff like that. And so it took me a couple months because I was working that other job. Um,
Sure thing. So what about when you went full time, right? You were able to walk away from the taxes and going over to Family First Life. What was your first full time month? What did you do here?
First full time month was August 2019. I did around 22,000.
Okay.
Full-time month, and then for the year of 2019 I think I ended up a little bit above 120.
120. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was a part-time, right? You said that you went full-time kind of mid to the end of the year. So last year was your first full-time year where you got to do full Family First Life. What did you finish at the year?
I finished the year with 477.
477,000 for the year.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I always tell everybody, like, I feel like I really fumbled my way to 477. I really did. I just did what everybody told us to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Follow our process and fumble my way there.
So I appreciate you sharing that with me. So can you elaborate on that a little bit? What does that look like? Like, what does your weeks look like? How does this, if you've got Tom that's listening into this and he goes, oh my gosh, well, I couldn't do what Klint does, right? I wouldn't be able to do that. But can you break that down for people? Like, what does your day look like? How is this so repeatable? Because this is a consistent thing that you do each and every month, right? This is not just one time thing.
My weeks are the same every week. It doesn't change. Because of my wife's schedule, she's a nurse with hospice care, so she works certain days. She works Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, so I'm working around her schedule. And so I run, or I dial Fridays. I run Saturday, Sunday, Monday this year. So I started running 3 days a week,
Okay.
but I'm trying to knock out 30 appointments in 3 days. So that's my drop dead. Is I try to get to 30, but sometimes it's a little less, a little bit more. But I'm about around 30 appointments a week.
Okay. So 30 appointments a week, you do that consistently, right? You're
Correct.
booking, dialing the phones, right? Purchasing leads on a consistent basis. Now, when you run at that high level, which again, three days a week, that's meaning that you're booking about 10 appointments in your day, right? Each day, every time that you're running. how do you feel that people can, how do you keep your mindset right? Right. A lot of people think that, okay, you're in the business where you've got, sales and there's yeses and there's nos. And, what do you do to keep your mind right?
To keep my mind right, I just stay consistent, right? So no matter how good or bad my week is, I'm tracking my numbers. If I hit 30 appointments a week and I fill in that time with things I need to be doing, whether it's door knocking, calling, setting more appointments, or talking to agents, I'm doing what I need to do. Everything's going to pan out. Everything's going to level out. Whether I have a high week or a low week, everything pans out. So staying consistent really takes out the emotionality of it, to where I can do really well one week and it doesn't phase me, or I can do really bad one week and it doesn't phase me. It's just another day at the office. And a day at the office is awesome. I sit with families that are looking for our help and help them. It's a wrap. Like, all I got to do is figure out how to help them, figure out what they're trying to do, stay within their budget, and protect them. And then we get paid well to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you said that, because that's one of the things that I love about this business is that, we make a great living by helping families, right? This is not the, oh, here, but you need this lotion. This is, we are protecting families, and we are there because people are asking for our help. And I think that that's something that's so powerful, is we can sit down with families that are asking for our help. They're looking for the help. They don't know where to go, and we can show up, have the ability to help them in really any situation that they're in. And then we just get rewarded so beautifully for putting our efforts out there, right? So in kind of wrapping this up, Klint, do you feel, do you feel that anybody can do this? And if so, why do you think, like, what makes this that anybody could do this?
Because anybody can. Like, you see, if you really truly plug into the training, you see everybody's doing it. All they're doing is they're going in and they're working the numbers. We talk about the numbers all the time. If you plug into this truly, you'll see everybody saying the same thing over and over. Get leads, go help families. And that's it. Get leads, go help families, rinse and repeat. It's really that simple. It's just when we try to deviate and get around it and try to do it our own way, it's not going
Right,
to work out. But
right.
we have a turnkey system that if you really truly follow it, you cannot lose. You just got to follow it. And that's what I loved about it from the very beginning, is because I can control me. I can't control anything else, but I can control me. I can control what I do, what effort I put in. It's all on me. And that's why I loved it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I really appreciate you getting on here. Those of you that are listening to this and, thinking, hey, I'm looking for something different, or maybe I'm not getting the results that I've been looking for. Clint is a phenomenal example of he knows that it's on him, right? He puts the work in. He knows he's in a platform and a company that has got his best interests, that he is set up for success. And the only the only factor that if he's going to be successful or not is him. He's taking control of his life, his family's life. He's out there, knocking on doors, helping families, helping his own family. And there's no surprise why he's been number one in with Family First Life Aspire. I appreciate you getting on. And you guys, again, this is Who Do You Aspire to Be? If this is something that you want more to know more about, you feel like this would be a good realm for you, reach out and we'll go over this with you. Thanks for getting on, guys.